Hello, everybody. Welcome back to In Our Humble Opinion. Today we will discuss the newly released NFL schedule. Some about college football because goddamn, I can't wait to play that game. So, quick
Yeah.
talk about that real quick though. The only thing I don't like, but I don't. It's not a big deal because I get it. It's a lot. I wish they would have let you do the creator thing and then play with people in like an online franchise. But I do like that you can do that either way because you can play offline. Because I'm probably gonna make Morgan State because I think it would be hilarious. Get them to the pros.
Wait, wait. They don't have. So
No,
they're not doing online dynasty.
no, you can do online dynasty. You just cannot do the team builder and do it. The team builder is only for play now and
Oh,
yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah, no,
It
my
is
I
like,
thought
you know
about it.
what? Year one. If this game, I'm hyped if they got the atmosphere right.
Yes.
Like
Well, no,
that's what made.
Tom, me and you can play like one that's just the regular teams. Which you said you want to do Wisconsin. I'm probably gonna do East Carolina, baby. EU, baby, ECU.
Heck yeah! I can't wait to play the USC Trojans and then go play Northwestern.
Guys, I have the schedule up here.
Yeah,
Tom, we're gonna start with the schedule. We're gonna go with your pack. I have it up on the board. You wanna go? You wanna like tell me the games you're interested in, or do you want me to go through them all, starting with Week 1 against the Philadelphia
I
Eagles on
mean,
Friday? Friday night. What is this?
I
High
mean,
school?
I'm interested in all of them. Not, I mean, it'll be. I think it's interesting the gauntlet of prime time they have to do at the end of the year. I am interested. I think actually a bunch of my friends are interested in that Thanksgiving one because that might be like, what if we rented a house in Lambeau and decided, hey, let's go to the game, let's get Miami on Sunday night or Thursday night on Thanksgiving. That'd be a pretty fun Thanksgiving in my opinion, just to go be around football and Packers and be
Oh,
around
y'all are
friends
gonna
and
go
family.
there?
I like, yeah, I think it's super interesting. They don't really play any. They don't. I think their first divisional game is week 9.
I think they
If
got
I'm not mistaken.
I think they got a very good let me check. I think no.
Hey,
They played a Vikings
week 9 we
randomly.
play.
They played a Vikings
Okay,
randomly before, yeah.
they definitely. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Your schedule is what it is. I think one like I like it's interesting an away game that they is technically neutral site. The third Friday night game against Philly. That's actually awesome. Like, it sucks they got to travel all that way, but it's pretty cool that hey, it's a neutral site game. So
I think they got a good schedule
they,
though.
they
As far as the AFC South's not that bad. I don't think so. I think it's kind of a weaker of the AFC
no,
divisions.
they definitely have one. They have like I think a top 10 like strength of schedules in terms of difficulty, but it ain't like Pittsburgh's where theirs is like they got a bad gauntlet at the end of the year. But I gotta say this though too. The whole schedule thing, like it's fun to analyze, but let's be real. By week 2, that whole strength of schedule could be totally different
Yeah, yeah.
because of just
No, I agree.
injuries
I
and
agree.
it doesn't like that's sort of like everyone freaks out, but it's like, what if all these teams actually like the ones that are difficult? What if everybody gets hurt and they're actually
Yeah,
capable
well,
of
what
this?
about like yeah? Also, what about like we don't know how good they're gonna gel and everything. Do you remember when like the at the time they were called the Redskins, the Washington team was they loaded up
The
on all like
Washington
these
team,
they loaded up on all these big
yeah,
names, and then they were oh yeah they're gonna be great. Remember early 2000s and they were terrible. They were like 8-8 or whatever. It's like you never know. You don't. Don't get me wrong. There's some
yeah,
teams
yeah,
where the devoid of talent you can see it right, but then there's some teams where you're like they look good but they don't play well together. It's weird.
yep,
Chemistry's
exactly, man.
huge.
Like I don't know. I mean, I'm like this year. I wasn't like I don't know why. Like the NFL, I'll be honest with you, the schedule hype thing is the dumbest thing ever.
I agree.
Because all it is it hypes up. Okay, it's time to you know it's time to like, hey, we got to start thinking about season tickets and travel, which is fun. But like, it's like, I don't know, man. It's like, and then also there's so many leaks. Like, it's not even that cool. So, Packers, man. I mean, I like their schedule. I personally like. I'm more interested in when their bye week is.
Yeah.
Like
Week
that is
10's pretty
critical to
good.
me because they've had years where they have bye week 4.
Week 10.
It sucks.
Week 10.
Yep.
That's
Week
not
10's
bad.
awesome, man.
That's not bad at
If
all.
it's if it No, if it's you'd rather have it late than early. Like I get terrified when it's early because it's like now you gotta go this long stretch,
I'll,
where just the injuries can mount up and it's a mess
I'll tell you a good game
sometimes.
to look for too. Week 7 against the Texans in Lambeau. That's going to be a good one because two good teams. I feel like they're going to be good. You never know, but I feel like they're going to be good. It'd be an awesome game to watch. If everything pans out, like Tom said, it's always contingent on that.
I think so. What's really interesting is this year until week 9 when Detroit comes to Lambeau, they don't. So like Detroit doesn't play a game outside,
No, no.
which and they have 3 games outdoors, which is insane. So it's gonna be like I'm telling you, fantasy owners, if you want to go like, I would try to get like Jared Goff way earlier, man. Because if you want to talk about indoor outdoor, there you go.
That
Just
is
saying,
wild.
it could be pretty awesome for him.
Yeah, geez, look at this. Oh, they played Tennessee.
Yeah,
Oh no, Ford Field. You're right. No,
yeah.
you're right. Damn, that could hit them hard
No,
though, man. If there's any
they don't
weather,
play anybody outdoors.
Tom, if there's any weather,
Which,
Tom, if there's any weather in Green Bay in Week 9, they're gonna be screwed because they're not gonna be ready for that.
honestly, dude, Jared Goff stinks in the weather. Period. He stunk that Thursday. He stinks outdoors. He is not a good outdoor quarterback. I don't know why. Like he played at Southern Cal. It's like not like it wasn't
You mean
outdoors. Like my favorite is when if it gets below like 35 degrees, he really struggles.
you got an
I don't know
interesting
what it
division
is.
this year? You got the Bears are kind of cool to see, and it's kind of a wild team division you got, man. It's cool. Their Detroit's schedule
It's
looks
a
like
very it's a very intriguing division. There's a lot of like
on the
youth movement. You have a ton of you have 2 new quarterbacks. That you're hoping that hey pan out. Like you could almost argue if those guys pan out, that could be one of the best quarterback leagues in the NFL.
yeah, dude. It's a really
But we'll find out, man.
man. I like Detroit's schedule. On paper, looks kind of cake. I'm kidding. I ain't gonna lie. On paper, but you
Yeah,
don't play the game on
hey,
paper.
you can only play who they put on your schedule. So
I think the
like
wild card out of everybody this year because they look down, but maybe they'll play better Dallas because that. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. They're a weird team.
I'm Dallas. I mean, look, Mike McCarthy. They'll be coached well. They'll be fine because you still have CeeDee Lamb and Dak is still like he's still at least good. He's Dak, right? He doesn't when it matters. He's terrible, but he's gonna put up all the stats. It's tough to I think some teams have a tough time winning in Dallas. So like I wouldn't be surprised if they're still like I don't know if they're gonna win 13 games. They might be like
Oof.
they might win 10 or 11. I could see them having a harder time this year, but I wouldn't underestimate them.
Eagles
That's
have
all
a
I'm saying.
Eagles have a weird schedule, man. It's kind of rough. Oof. Damn.
Yeah,
Oof.
but
Because even their home game
yeah,
against you guys in Week 1, they pack. It's not a home game. It's like,
dude, I want to talk about with the schedule though, and like actually, it's not even it is the schedule. It's that, and also these streaming services, man. Like it sucks now that basically the streaming services own one of the days of the week that there's a football game,
that is annoying.
and it's
Yeah,
just getting so aggravating to have now. There's like 4 different platforms.
I'm with you.
And like I have Comcast internet, so we have Peacock. It's probably baked in the price, but we have it, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm not paying extra for it. But I mean, we have literally reverse engineered cable.
Yeah.
And now they're starting to see they're starting to offer like, oh, you get this whole bundled package, and it's like, because they realize people are starting to get fed up and like let's just package it together. So we've literally come full circle.
Tom, it's a money thing. These corporations always want money, and I get it. Capitalism's great, but this also is inevitable with it. You're gonna have something that's too good, like how it's rolling, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, we're not making money off of this. We gotta make them get it."
It ain't great when I have to be IT support for my family because they can't figure out how to log into something. Like like people it's tough when you have to have 17,000 different
passwords.
Things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, no, but my point is,
like how hard, you want to know why Grandma and Grandpa leave it on Fox News? Probably because they can't figure out how to change
yeah,
the channel.
it's a lot. Dude, no, we're gonna be like that when we get older. It's just inevitable. But I don't think it's technology. I think they also do overcomplicate things. Like this before, like 10, not even 10, 5 years ago, it was, hey, they have this, they have this, they have this. Now you need them for one thing on a random day because they decided we're gonna do football. It's random too. It's like this ain't even your niche, but now you're gonna make this like a thing. Like I don't know. I mean, it's smart by them.
Well,
It's just weird.
what they're doing is
It's
how they did it is number one, when they introduced themselves to the market, the price was low. Now they're playing with price elasticity, right? Like, hey, how
mm-hmm.
much can we charge the consumer before they stop buying from us? So then they're just making, that's where they're going to make a ton of margin.
Yep.
And then now what they're going to do is saying, okay, they're like, families are getting fed up. It's hard to buy 17 different services that nobody watches. So let's just bundle them together, right? So then they'll still, because again, like if you think of Costco's business model, they only care about the people that get the memberships. That's their business.
Yep.
You know, they make some margin off a product, but it's all about that membership. They
Yep.
don't care about anything else.
Yep.
So, and it's the same thing with the subscription services, right? So, hey, if we can boost the subscriptions and the number of people, right? And that's all that's happening. Like, I mean, it's just tough right now because, like I said, it's hard to manage it. I don't necessarily like the prices. It is what it is, right? I think the price is actually much better because I can turn things on and off.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's easier to manage. It's super tough though for, like it's tough for like my parents and stuff when like, if they buy it and they leave it on and it's like another thing you got to manage, right? So that's what I'm getting really aggravated with. It's like, no, that or I wish you could just have a family share where everybody's like in different locations.
They ain't gonna let that happen. They
Like,
got rid of that.
Why can't I pay like for a family bundle, but it helps pay like whatever my parents could use it in Florida? I don't care if I have to pay like
That's true.
1.5 times the price, right? Like I'm not saying that.
Well, see, they had
saying, like offer it.
Netflix had that where you would have the thing where they could just log in and go in their little account. You could have like 7 of them, and it's wild that they went away from that because that's what made them like really innovative.
Oh, man.
Like
Josh,
they were the one.
They all did. That's what's crazy. They all went away from it because of money, and they realized
That's what I'm
so many
saying.
people
It's
were
so
just
annoying.
like signing it. And what's crazy is you can't really use a VPN to trick them. They've gotten so good with the geospatial GPS signal.
Listen,
knowing where you're at.
I'll die on this hill. That's gonna kill Netflix. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all that's gonna happen. Ain't nobody. I'm telling you. I already know like 12 people that have canceled it because they're like, I'm not fucking paying every time I gotta log in somewhere else. It's stupid. It's like, what the fuck's the point in having it? I get it. Excuse my language. Plus Netflix. I'm sorry. They don't really. They're not. They used to be the guy, so it was like you have to have them. Now I got all these other ones. I'm like, honestly, I rarely use it, and I used to like it. I just don't.
Well, that's why, Josh. That's why we canceled it. We'll binge watch it when we have it, but like I've canceled it, and we haven't really missed it. It's tough at this stage of life when you have 2 young kids. Like,
yeah, no.
We spend the majority of our time on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Or again, we have YouTube TV, and I can watch my sports and stuff. But like,
well, think about Hulu.
Personally, I'd rather have What?
Think about Hulu and ESPN. Like Hulu has all like the series. ESPN has the sports. They kind of got their thing right. Netflix is kind of all over the place with stuff, and now it's like so like barren most of it. And Disney's always going to work because they have all the movies, all the good like that. Like Tom said, all the parents are going to have Disney because they have all the classic kid movies for free. You just get it and you watch them. That's it. It's fucking epic.
No, exactly. I mean, that was their business sell, right? Sorry, totally got off of the subject of the schedule, but honestly, like, I don't know what other game. I'll be honest with you, like, with the NFL schedule, like, from my standpoint, it is what it is. I think there's some interesting.
Well, we're still talking about the schedule. This is with it because we're talking about how weird it is that you got to have 20 apps to watch like 2 games. Like I'm like,
well,
dude.
Even think like that Friday night, like think of that Friday night game, Josh. I gotta have Peacock and log into that. And, like, I had to make a profile for my family so they could log into it because they were all complaining, like, well, I got to pay for this. And I'm like, well, I got Comcast. Here, you can have a profile for yourself. Just leave me alone. And it's like, and it's just so aggravating because it's like, man, just give them the dang channel. Like, back in the day, you just clicked it, all right, it's on NBC. We're done with it. We don't have to. It's literally owned by NBC, but like, nope, we need to get subscriptions.
Yeah,
Start
what the
putting it on
fuck?
Peacock
Yeah, it's
just to make
fucking.
life miserable for you. And it's like, I'm just tired of it, man. Like, or I don't care. Like, actually make the NFL Plus app. That is the streaming service. If like
I love
if
that
I
app.
pay for NFL Plus,
Love that app.
I can watch anything. I can watch any game that's prime time.
NFL Plus,
That
if you want to give us a
Thursday
sponsorship,
night, Friday night, that's it.
I will read it off every time.
Yeah,
I actually use that
like
a lot.
super frustrating. Like NFL Plus, you still have to link like. I think like with Thursday night, you still have to link your Prime account. It's not like you just because you have NFL Plus, you get that. Which is just like, what's the point? You're double paying for everything.
Yep. No, you're right.
So stupid.
You're right. It's fucking annoying.
It's like,
excuse my language
no,
again. Goddamn, I'm sorry. This is very frustrating.
It is. It's very annoying. It makes no sense why they had to. Only that they're greedy. That's the only reason.
Yep.
The rest of it, they don't really care about the fan. Like when they say we love you fans, man, screw off. You don't care.
No money.
If you cared,
money.
you wouldn't make it this dang complicated.
What? No, Tom's right. Okay, so.
But you know what though? They'll sit on their. You know what they will do? They're going to sit on their high horse and they're going to go, well, we're giving access to everybody by putting it on like Netflix and these other platforms that they might not have. You know what? I don't really care.
Yeah.
If you made it a general game, it's the same with baseball, right? Baseball's killing themselves with these regional sports networks.
Yep.
They might be making money, but man, like think about this, man. You're trying to make sure the next generation can watch, watch baseball and grow up with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have the World Series start at 9 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
Think about this. The Super Bowl starts at 6 o'clock. Kids can stay up and watch some of it. They can probably watch the whole dang thing because it'll end at 9, right?
Yep.
How does a kid, like when a kid's growing up, a young kid, that you're trying to get them interested in a sport, why would you start the World Series at 9 o'clock? Now, like the whole thing with Bally Sports and like, it's insane, man. I don't understand the media, or I don't understand why they do these things. It actually makes not a lot of logical sense in my head other than it's a money grab.
No, I agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly, man. It's wild sometimes. I'm like, I don't get it, but hey, what do I know, right? Hey. Not only that, I think NFL gets on my nerves from the standpoint of I get why they're doing this too, so people in other countries can be like, hey, I'm gonna watch NFL on Peacock and all this crap, and I'm like, you're forcing it. You can't force like worldwide people to watch stuff worldwide. Either they are or they're not. It just is what it is. You can't do that too fast. They're making it weird. If they want to.
You bring up a really good point, Josh. You know why that the NFL is trying to expand the number of days that football's on? That's how soccer works.
Yes, exactly.
You can't like you have to be on more than just Sunday.
Yep.
Like that's why it is wild. I mean I think it's awesome to a point, but you do get fatigue, you know what I mean? Like
I would rather have a better product and less injuries.
Friday, Sunday, it's just so much football, and it's like I still enjoy like the madness of NFL Red Zone.
Me too.
All the games, it's like witching hour at the end of like the 1 o'clock games when it's absolute madness.
Tom, I would love to watch.
Fun.
I would love to watch football every day. The problem is, like you know more than anybody. You know how that sport works. You can't do that to them guys. I'd rather have a better product than all playing Sundays and Mondays than having like these games. Sometimes some of these Thursday and like Friday games are so dumb. Like they're so bad because everyone's out because the teams like we're not playing our good players and have them get hurt. If they have like a tweak, you see it. They're like, oh, he's sitting out this game, or they'll like play like this. They both look so unenergized, and it's just like a messy game. And it's like, what am I watching right now? Like, what is this? Yep. I'm like, this is you've seen it. Some of them Thursday night games are a joke. They're like really like choppy, and the teams look like out of energy. It's just like, what are they doing?
Well, I can't believe though either, right? Like this is the thing I hate about Thursday night football. I mean, this is where I don't understand. Like, I think if you want that level of engagement, daily, these states have to allow gambling. Because like I would have an interest if I could actually gamble or put like $1 on the game. If that's right. Like if you can't do that, like I don't unless the Packers are playing on Thursday night, I don't care. I really do. I have watched maybe like since it went on Prime, probably like 3 or 4 like games outside of the Packers playing on Thursday night, because it's like by the time I turn it on, I don't even really care. It's just like they're terrible games anyways.
Yep.
Like exactly what you said. So like, what's the point of me even bothering if it's not my teams? It's stupid.
No, I agree. Football too. If you want to integrate into foreign stuff like that, like the worldly view, you have to first off you have to start like a league over there. I know you had the Euro League. I'm talking about you have to eventually, if you want to do this, you have to have enough teams in there. Remember how the AFL and the NFL was, Tom? You would have them play all year, the NFL teams play all year. They meet in the championship. Of course, you have people get drafted there, but it's a whole mess. It's a lot of stuff too. Like if I grew up in LA, right, and I need a passport to play all year, and you got me playing in whatever Italy, Germany. I don't know where your team would be. England. Let's do England because England's like the one they're like, oh, England could have a team. Oh, it's like it's a lot. It's a lot. That's a lot of stuff, man. It's like they're not gonna give and you could tell Tom. You know this how they are with their soccer teams. Like England is not getting fully invested on a team that isn't theirs. Like they love that. They would love it. They would. I agree. They go to games. They're crazy. They would be like, yeah, England Knights, fucking go. But the thing is, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's overseas. It's a whole lot of crap. You would definitely have to have other teams and you couldn't have them come over all the time. So you would have them like play each other, maybe occasionally have a game where they come over, but it would have to be on a bye week. You have to keep you would need like a world league or whatever you would call it. Okay, that's how it would work. And then you got the stuff where countries fight, so that would be even more of a mess. It's hard. It's hard.
Yep. Josh, it's really hard.
See, tennis is different. Tennis is an individual sport. So if a guy's from Russia and he's just like, "Hey, I don't care, leave me alone. I'm gonna go play tennis in America. I don't care. I don't have beef with them." You can do that. This is a team from that place. If they're fighting with the other place, they're not. They're gonna be like, "You ain't going over there." It's a mess. It's a lot. It's a lot. NFL, stop. You have a great fan base in America. Okay, you need to start. You're going to do the thing, Tom. Now they're fine. Now they're making millions of dollars, billions, jillions, whatever, trillions. The thing is, if you keep doing this, you're going to start pushing away the people that love it here. You got to make sure you keep your fans. You got them all here. Just keep giving them what they want. I don't even have a problem with you occasionally putting these games on. It's just like every week. It's crazy, man. It's wild.
Yep.
Going to your
no,
pushing.
Exactly. It becomes fatigue, and yeah, it's all about the product, man. And if you're making you're turning into the NBA. If you're making the regular season not matter, right? Like, and it doesn't even matter. Like that's what's kind of crazy is your best football. You don't really have to play it until Thanksgiving.
No. Well, no, like you said.
Tread water.
Like you said, the preseason's like not even anything. The first like 3-4 weeks, maybe 5 in the NFL now are preseason games. You could see it. The first week teams are so sloppy.
Dude, you heard Roger Goodell say he wants to basically eliminate preseason. He wants like one game,
which is
the rest of them he wants to add another like regular season game.
Which is
it makes a lot of sense.
Which is dumb for the players because they come in so sloppy. So your product's already like, what, you're gonna put a game in Europe where they're playing like that? You're just gonna have them be like, this is the NFL. What the fuck is this? These guys look like they don't.
They do it in college, man. I think in college, I know it's a different league, right? Don't get me wrong.
Oh well, they schedule Colgate and fucking.
In college, you don't. Yeah, but in college though, dude, you don't. When the season starts, the only scrimmage you get is against your own guys,
I agree.
And so, like, then you just go and play, man, and you're just ready to go.
Oh, I think it's
games, like they're normally good. They're sloppy.
Oh, I think it's fair. I think it's fair. I just don't like the. I just don't like the in the beginning. The product's not great. It isn't like this. Like, and you can't learn nothing from it. Like this. Okay, I got the Ravens schedule. We're gonna talk about that in a second. I'm excited about playing at the Chiefs, but the Ravens could win by 60, and I would be like, this don't fucking matter. They're not going to be the same team. People are going to be hurt later on for both teams, or they might trade for people. People might get in their groove, because they got a lot of receivers, too, that are young or either new on the team, and who knows, Hollywood Brown and Worthy might be amazing at the end of the year, and then it's like, well, now you're screwed. Pat Mahomes has 2 deep threats and a good tight end, and, it's, it's wild. And that goes with any season. I understand that, but it's like, at least with preseason, they came into the the games. You know what it was? The backups and the guys that weren't the big name players had a little more seasoning when them were ready, and the rookies had a little more like camaraderie with the older guys. Now it's like it just takes a while, which I don't think's bad. I do think the number of games is ridiculous. I don't. It's getting to the point where I'm like, it's so many. I'm just like, I want to be mad about a loss, but now it's like, or like feel like it really made an impact. But now I'm just like, it doesn't really fucking matter. You got 18 games. I'm like, just win another game. You're fine. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yep.
Now I do think they need to add one more because this odd number shit is just dumb. I don't like it. It's so weird. But why is it an odd number? It's so weird. Make it an even number. It's just odd because now it's like one year you have more home games than road games, and it's just like it's wild. I'm like, I don't care. Just fix it. It's so weird. But I overall I just don't want to make it sound like I still love the NFL. I really do love it. We talk about it all the time. It's just like Tom said, schedule's really not that important, and they're getting really like crazy with like the money bullshit. I'm like, guys, we get it. You want to make more money, but you're starting to like branch out too far too fast. You need to slow it up. And remember your fans here, bro. They're giving you all that money, so be nice. Stop making it, like Tom said, really hard to watch a damn game. Because Tom's right, these boomers are going to be like, I can't get this damn app. Fuck this team.
No, it really is true, man. Like, that's just what's frustrating with it, that's all. It just, like,
yeah,
I get where they're trying to expand the fan base, but just, like, keep it simple then. Like, offer it on, like, or bundle all this together.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, it's hard for us to be able to, like, translate this to, like, you know, our parents and stuff. Okay, you got to go log into this account or whatever, right? Like, that's honestly where the aggravation comes in. It's not like we're not willing to throw the money at it. You know
no,
I mean?
absolutely.
Like, that's not the issue. It's the issue is I can't keep up with like what the heck's on what.
What's
honestly, at Christmas time, you think I'm gonna care that it's on Netflix? I'm not a Ravens fan. I probably won't watch that crap. To be honest with you.
Exactly.
I'll be like, whatever. If I do get to, I'll just use someone else's account. That's it.
What game of ours is on Netflix?
The Christmas one.
Oh God, of course. Anyway.
Yeah, you know it. No, yeah, it's annoying.
Well, at least I have Netflix. I think we have.
Playoff game on Peacock last year. I thought that was a low blow.
Do we have Netflix?
From the NFL. Like this is normally the playoff games is easy. Everybody can access them. They're on national television.
Oh yeah. Why didn't I remember that? It was a Wednesday nighter. That's right. I mean a Wednesday game. I should have knew that. I forgot. But that's a good game, Houston. But God, why is it on Netflix? What the? Anyway. Okay, that's weird. Okay, I got the Ravens schedule up, guys. We can get back on track. Tom,
I could tell you on it.
What do you think of the Ravens schedule? Well, what do you think? I think a lot of fun games.
I think it's all right.
I think a lot of fun games.
Yeah, I mean, the AFC has a lot of fun quarterback matchups, so I'm sure it'll be good. I mean, you play in theory a tough division, so there'll be some tough.
You know how that changes. You never know. Let's see. Even though I will defend the division last year, it was historically great. That was ridiculous. Their record was crazy. Buffalo's schedule is a little tough. I will say that. I'll tell you the one too. I was looking at the Jets. It's kind of iffy. I'll tell you who looks like they have an easy one, but we'll see. Like Tom said, this is all speculatory and depends on if the teams are actually good. But did you see the 49ers? It was very like mid. I was like, how did that happen? Yeah, it was to me it was.
I mean, you know what? This year Green Bay has the 49ers at home in the regular season. It's time to put up or shut up against that team, man. Like, let's go. I'm tired of losing to that team. That team is the bane of my existence the past like 10 years. Let's go.
I agree. I agree.
That's honestly one I got circled of like it is time.
But what you said, it's like awesome how you want to sit we want to sit here and like dissect it, right? But you don't know what these teams are going to be. Like Philadelphia, everyone is assuming they're going to be good. Did anyone watch them at the end of the year? They were a joke.
Well, they lost a lot of stuff too, right? They lost Kelsey, they lost Fletcher, right? He retired, like they.
And I got news for you guys. I know he'll tell you he's a great safety, but C.J. Gardner-Johnson's just okay. He's not saving your team. Okay, he's not. I'm sorry. He's okay.
No, I mean, Cooper DeJean was a good pick, but again, that defense was pretty bad.
Oh yeah,
And
you didn't
offensively
address the
too. Even
linebackers.
started.
You didn't address the linebacker problem. Who's your linebackers? Who's tackling people in the
No,
middle?
exactly. Sorry. Is Matt Patricia still the DC?
There's a
No,
big
he's
problem.
not. Never mind.
He been gone. He been
He
gone.
got fired.
Yeah.
No, I'm just. I mean, it's still a dog. It is.
Listen, if you're
Anyways.
struggling with your career, just remember Matt Patricia somehow got a head coaching job after giving up like 40 points in the Super Bowl, where Tom Brady threw for 580 yards and they still lost. So hey,
Speaking of that, like even on that Apple Plus series, I still actually don't know why what's his face was benched. Like I don't think anybody's ever explained it.
no. And I get it. He wasn't playing great that year, but Malcolm Butler, the one thing Malcolm Butler was always good at, okay? No one could say he wasn't. He could catch. So all it takes is one bad throw and him picking it, and that game's over. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Guy was a ball hawk. You could say whatever you want about. Not only that, like we get in this crap where we want to like rag on people. You know that man's from like what division? Wasn't he from like the Division II school? He did pretty good for a guy from a Division II school. Okay,
No, I think he played at like UConn.
but it was a
But
really
yeah,
bad.
UConn.
It was a really mid school. I'm sorry, my bad. UConn. That man came from UConn.
Yeah, but trust me, UConn is not good football at that time either.
No, that's what I'm saying. He made the NFL, man, and he made one of the greatest plays ever. Because I know it was a
Yeah.
bad idea. I get it. Everybody, you just want to like be like, oh, it's a terrible. How many people make that play though? I don't think hardly anyone. Because you know what he did? He went for it. Most people would have been like, I don't want to get a flag. He was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna. I'm darting. I'm gonna try. And he caught it. Who would have caught that? Most
Yeah.
people would have dropped the hell out of that, and it would have been just incomplete. Oh yeah.
No, it's one of the most iconic plays in Super Bowl history.
It
It's
is.
one of those that goes down in the history books. Like I remember where I was when we were
Me
watching that
too.
game.
I thought they lost. I'm like,
Watching it.
I thought they lost.
Yeah, you literally thought, hey, they're gonna hand it off to Marshawn. They're good. Just kidding.
Even when they threw it, my thought wasn't like, oh, this is gonna be a pick. It was just like, oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be a touchdown. I'm not gonna lie, because you could see Curse, and you didn't see him. All you saw was Curse with nobody near him, and you were like, oh, it's a touchdown. You know what I mean? You couldn't even see Malcolm, and it was like, psh. It was a very quick emotional flip, that play, because it was like, oh, they're throwing it. Oh, they got him. Oh my God, what the? Did he catch that? It was like, oh my God.
Exactly. It was amazing.
Not only that, the other thing I want to give him credit
Yeah, I mean-
for, the other thing I want to give him credit for, because no one does this either, he was smart enough to know, hey, I might this might be a safety because I caught this and kind of fell backwards. He was smart enough to run forward instead of just like kneeling it, because a lot of guys would have been like, oh, nail it, and the refs would have been like, safety, and it's like, oh, damn. No, he was like, fuck this. I'm going to make sure I'm at this outside.
Right.
Because he did. It was kind of borderline. I think he was actually, it would have been a safety. Because it did look like he caught it with the ball over the line, which means it was in the field of play. And then he hurried up. Remember, he got like bounced backwards, and he was like, fuck this, run forward. He was like, good job, Malcolm.
Right.
Most people would have been like, oh, I'm going to kneel it. And it would have been like, 2 points. They get the ball back.
Right.
So I'm just giving them credit. I give people credit sometimes. It makes
Oh, you
like,
gotta rag on them. They suck. They suck. I mean, yeah. I mean, honestly, though, yeah. I mean, this goes to show you what we think of the NFL schedule. Like release, it's cool, but it's like, okay.
and I know
As you
we
get
made this
older, it really
video.
doesn't matter anymore.
I know we made this video to talk about it, but we also want to be fair and just because it's true. It's not cut and dry. You don't know. Not only that, I'm gonna tell you, I like everyone that's like me and Tom were discussing this about Ravens fans because I have to get this out because this was getting on my nerves. They always like crying about the schedule sometimes. Oh, they put us against. Last year helped you. You got to play the hard teams because it makes you ready for the playoffs. I know they lost, but they still made the championship game. Guys, you got to be ready. You got to play hard. You know, if you ran the ball more than 6 times, maybe you win a game. Excuse me.
No.
Yeah.
Right,
Even the
because
great
they're
Patrick,
right, so no.
even the great Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady ran the ball. Okay, they run the ball with good quarterbacks too. Okay, you know, like Lamar's great, but are you guys like just like, hey, Lamar never gonna run the ball? Peyton Manning never ran the ball less than 15 times in a playoff game. Your guy, you ran it 6 times, and you still almost had a shot if the fumble by Zay doesn't happen, if Snead doesn't make a good play. So I'm just saying, don't tie the man's arm behind his back, okay? Like, hey, Lamar, we want you to win, but we never run the ball.
Jesus. Guys, come on, guys,
Anyway,
let's go.
I'm
Sorry,
looking
guys.
at the Chiefs
Sorry,
schedule.
guys. The traffic is just the people being stupid on the road. Anyways,
Tom, how about your
dude, let's go to
Falcons?
NCAA. Oh no, the Falcons, like whatever. Everybody's excited because Taylor Swift's gonna be there, but
Yeah,
Kansas City's here week 3. They
that's
don't even
fine.
care about football. Like, let's just and like it's the other fans that care. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers play here, so that's supposed to be a hot ticket. Like
Well,
again,
well,
there's more Falcon there.
how about the damn how about like you said, like they're like we made our schedule around Taylor Swift. Like, yo, what is that? Like, anyway, that's funny.
Yeah, I mean that just goes to show you, man. If that's the hottest ticket in town, then you guys don't care about football.
No,
Well, speaking of caring about football, man,
NCAA, let's
let's
go,
go to the
let's
NCAA
go,
game. Let's go to something that's actually worth talking
let's
about.
go, let's go.
I am so pumped.
Me too.
So
Get
I
the bundle.
remember when I got a check from the first when they had the name and likeness lawsuit, and EA had to cut me a check. It basically paid for like 5 years worth of NCAA games. It really wasn't much money at all. When you think about it, like they used all my name and likeness.
Damn, man, I can't wait. So it looks like the atmosphere looks really good
Yeah.
in the game. I love that. The fans, like it looks like you're good. If you're at a home stadium, it's gonna be tough, which I like. Um, Online Dynasty's up to 32 now. People you can have online, which is crazy. Because could you imagine that? You could do like two whole
You would
conferences.
never be able to advance. You'd be never able to advance a week. It would take too long. Like, why would you want to?
No, just to have that,
Rules. Like,
just to have that is awesome. And here's the one I like, and I hope they incorporate that you go to the NFL with your guy. Road to Glory's back. For me, that's iconic because I'm a little older and I love dating myself right now. By the way, which I would date myself. I'm kidding, but I'm dating myself. How old I am. The I used to love that. I remember all the names of my guys. Tom remembers them because he used to laugh at the names I make up. I was always good at making up names. But my guys, oh, it was so fun. You play it because I always pick like North Carolina or a school that was like good but not great and try to like put them over the top. And corner was so hard to win with, and that's always my favorite. So I'm gonna try to figure that out. We got a new corner. We got new game, new corner. We're retiring old Royce. He ain't coming back. I don't think. Maybe I'll make his kid.
right? It is that time. It's been 10 years, man. It's been over 10 years. I mean, it's just crazy, man. Like, I cannot wait for this day when it releases. And I already got like the deluxe. They have the deluxe. I mean, it's a good deal, man. You buy like the deluxe versions of Madden and college football, and it's like
I'm gonna get it.
me
Me and Tom are getting ready to start our we're gonna have our little franchise. Maybe we'll stream that, Tom. Maybe we'll stream it. Let's play in it.
We should, man. Because like that's the thing I love. Like I'm a big franchise mode dynasty guy.
Mhm.
Like when I remember with Wisconsin. I mean, I just love. Like remember we would make. I think the one year I made like a Navy dynasty, and I would just run like, and it was hilarious because I would make sure we go play Alabama.
Tom, I made Minnesota. Yes,
It's just fun, even though it's unrealistic. It's just like
Tom,
they have the playbooks, and it's they put so much effort into the details in that game versus like Madden.
Wait, did you hear they're gonna have every team has a different playbook, which is awesome. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like, think about this: they have to make different atmospheres, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they showed Texas A&M. Number one, the fans that looked like realistic. I was like, whoa. Like I know that's just a game trailer, but I was like, all right, like kudos. But then, like, I love the runouts. Like, remember when they did that in Madden 12? Like, they used to have, like, the Seahawks, they had the Hawk come out. And Denver, they had what's-her-face riding out on the horse.
Yeah.
Like, those things are awesome. And they took those out of the game. And it's like, why not have those? Like, you try to say, well, we want to make this authentic game day culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Madden 12 had it. And
no,
I
agree.
But like the same thing, like NCAA, they've always had amazing atmospheres. Like they're the ones that actually came up with when you see the whole like home versus away, like those Madden, like whatever, like the home, like the momentum thing. That used to be in That was in NCAA.
No.
That's where that originated from.
Yeah, I
Because you're
remember.
like,
Remember the
oh, man,
squiggly lines? You're fucked. Your freshman's caving.
oh man, the line like you couldn't. It looked like you had drank like a whole handle of tequila,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh
like
yeah.
you were just. It was so bad. Like you couldn't. Like here in Madden, they make it a little bit fuzzy, but it's not awful.
No, but with
You know,
that game
a
though,
lot
it
of people.
mattered because your guy just was not feeling it. Like he'd be missing things. You're like, oh god. But then you couldn't get mad because it's like it's a freshman. I get it in Alabama, and like me, I had Minnesota. I stacked their schedule, and I was like, oh my god, we're playing at Bama, and we're down by 12. And
But
you just,
I'm just hoping that they make the NIL like as realistic as it is now.
and you guys,
Right?
when
Like
US,
the NIL and also like the transfer portal, man. Like that's got to be like because that's where I think like
Mhm.
if they make recruiting in the transfer portal fun, I think I'm gonna love that game because that gets into like Madden with like free agency and stuff, which is what like that's what people love. They want a team build, right? It's not just hey, I'm playing in the atmosphere, but like, dude, you get to do that. Like that's the first thing I'm diving into when I open that game up. It's like
oh
here we
yeah
go.
yeah yeah. Now you guys all know as my wife is a proud Maryland graduate. I might have to make them good. That might be the team I'm picking Tom's because then we could play each other too. You know, just saying.
Maryland, we're all behind you. Wave high, the black and gold.
I don't know the
Great.
song. I'm terrible.
I tried to fight, fight, fight for Maryland. I should have went. I tried to go there, but you know they didn't want to offer me a scholarship. And there's some stories one day maybe I could tell on a different podcast or something. But
Oh god.
they
Why can't you tell it here,
yeah
Tom?
about
Let me
why I
stop.
didn't. I'm not, dude. I don't even know if I want to drop names at the time, but there was a certain coach that was there, and I just remember when they hadn't talked to me in like 3 months, and I called one day to kind of check in. You know, they asked me why I hadn't talked to them earlier, and I go, I don't know who's recruiting who.
It's true. It's
It was
true.
the most bizarre thing ever. I mean, Maryland has never done a good job in state. You know, they recruit
No.
DC really well, but they don't care. They don't care about the actual pipeline of the state of Maryland.
Oh.
And
No.
I think that's what kills them all the time. There's a good pipeline there. It's not big, but you notice all like again, Ohio State, like Alabama, Georgia, they get those players
No, they do every time.
all the time. And I know those are way bigger, you know, Pennsylvania, you know, they do. You see like Pitt, you see like those big time schools get those Pennsylvania players. Yeah, when you don't hit on your pipeline, you're gonna have a lot of problems, man. So, and that's the history of Maryland. They can't figure out how to get any, you know, people like me. I could have been a great. You never know. Where I ended up playing at Lehigh was great. Like that was probably the best thing that for me, and God had a reason for that. But I'll tell you, like, you never know. I could have been a very good role player at Maryland, and maybe I would have actually been something. But I don't know. You know, it doesn't really matter. It's neither here nor there. Just, yeah, I was very disappointed in the way that they approached it. It wasn't really. It's not what I would expect from a Division I school.
Dude, I can't. Dude, I can't wait though. This is gonna be awesome. Oh, it's gonna be fun. All the hours.
This summer of games, you think about it, you have NCAA in July, you have Star Wars Outlaws
Ooh.
in August, and then you have Madden too. Like it's gonna be glorious. So we're gonna be very busy. That's all I'm saying. We're gonna be like, what should we play today, Bob?
Also, I'll be home because I have a newborn coming, so the party's on.
Yeah, the party's on. You're gonna be tired. Oh, sorry guys.
I will resurrect ECU when I'm tired. It's true though. The transfer portal, you can get a lot of guys that want to play.
Sorry, kids. Yeah, right. Well, we'll find out how tired you are.
Right.
I promise you. I'll tell you, number 2, man. That was number 2 was always interesting. If you think, yeah, whatever, you're good, but
Oh no! I believe me. I know. I'm ready. I know what's about to come. I've been there. This is gonna be. It's hard and it's. Yeah, but it's worth it. But it's hard. Anyway, yeah, that's about it, guys. We
Oh yeah,
really
but you.
good, huh?
No, I said no. You'll have fun, man. I'm joking with you. You'll find more time than you realize.
I can't wait for all this stuff. It's gonna be so much fun. Thank you guys for watching today. We were NCAA. Let's go. It's gonna be so fun. Me and Tom are gonna Tom, we'll do that. I'll set that up because I already have the software already. We'll stream it and just have a good time joking around and everything. Yeah, watch us lose games. Because I am going to stack my schedule again to the point where I'm probably going to win 3 games. But you know what? Our strength of schedule is going to be ridiculous. But again, thank you everybody
I
so
mean,
much for.
Josh, that's the only way to do it, man.
Got to,
If you're
man.
gonna play NCAA, you gotta have the hardest schedule you can do.
Yeah, FCS. Ain't nobody want to play FCS. We're not good enough to play FCS. You gotta get like the number 1 ranking preseason to play FCS because then you're just like, hey, yeah, we're a good team now. We need to warm up.
Heck yeah.
Honestly, though, that's the
All right,
teams you
man.
know are good. But anyway, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Likes as always are appreciated. And as always, Tom,
Good.
subscribe for more of our content. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.